This is Karikter Asked It. You already know Character did it. I'm here with TSA Da Don, bro. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Well, what I do for a living, I work at this market, and I'm pretty much like closely the assistant manager. We run around, make sure the customers are taken care of. We clean the building, slide wall, whatever, just to keep everybody off our back. Pretty much just hold it down. It's a difficult, stressful job, but hey,
I bet, man.
all of them are.
Yep.
Just dealing with people. We get weird questions. Sometimes people be like, do you know what a bathroom is? And the sign says restrooms right there. It's like, you stop me from doing something else to ask me what a restroom is right there. Oh, I didn't see that. and we're in this era where I say people don't read anymore, people don't pay attention, but we're so busy to check on social media. Like it was one day, like I think the other week, somebody was like, "Is this bus going to Wilmington?" The bus said Wilmington right on it. I'm like, dude.
It's like they can't plug the inner navigation. Where's the bathroom in the store?
And then you have a click for your phone, so if it's not, you can see what time the bus from Wilmington is coming, wherever we are. Like it irritates me sometimes, but I just be like,
find that peace. Yep.
Yeah, like we're just at a horrible day and age of life as a whole. Everything's just social media. You know, I was born in '92. We didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have tablets. We went outside.
Yep.
It's like if we couldn't call each other or send a text. You had to call me from the house phone. Yo, Ty, you going outside? I'm coming right out. I'll be right down the street. Exactly. You come. Can Ty here come out to play? Yo, we are out. We are out, and we're staying until the street lights come on. We had the Nintendo 64 and all that, but there was no online gaming where we could sit in the house. We had to go to each other's house still to play it.
Yep.
Nobody wants to go outside anymore unless it's the club, the bar. It's like we're lost. And then the younger generation is following it. It's just sad. It's crazy. Absolutely. Like a lot of them say they want to be like, no disrespect to them, but Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy. I'm like, do you know what they went through though? Do you really want to be like them? Do you have the mental capacity to even withstand what they went through?
Exactly.
I've seen things. I've seen people get shot. I hadn't seen people get stabbed. I didn't watch my friends die. And I tell people like PTSD is real. Depression is real. One of my friends killed himself at 17 years old. We were about to graduate and go to college. That was my first taste of depression. I didn't want to eat the whole day. All I did was cry. I tell people, do you really know what goes up here?
Right.
Like every day I tell somebody just pray to yourself, speak things into existence, manifest. Because even though you're going through something, somebody's going through worse than you and they made it out. Some of our favorite celebrities, actors, rappers, basketball players went through worse things than us and they made it out. So that doesn't mean you can't. God will bless you, but he's just not going to throw you the blessing.
Facts.
He wants to see you put in the work. Like, he blessed you with this platform. You had to put in the work. You can't just say, drop a microphone and just give me these people, and it's not going to happen. No, you got to put in the work for it. Everything I earned, I've been in the suburbs for 8 years. All I know is the projects since I was young.
Tell me about where are you from?
I'm from, I was born in Baltimore, but I never lived there. We moved to District Heights, Maryland. That's in Prince George's County. It looks nice. The apartments are nice, but it get down and dirty.
I grew up in PG County.
Okay. What part?
Beltsville.
Oh, okay.
Beltsville. Okay. I was Silver Spring in the first, and then Beltsville.
Oh yeah, Silver Spring. You was right there. You right at home there.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it gets down and dirty down there. And then at 10 years old, my mom decided to move to Wilmington, Delaware. Small cities. Delaware is just small as a state as a whole, but they do their thing down here too. Robberies, killings, murders. It's like being around that your whole life and watching some of your friends you grew up with become those robbers, killers, or they get killed because they were part of the game. It's like, how do you stay sane and how do you, drift away from the cycle? How do you not go into that route? Yes, my mom raised me well. My dad, he was incarcerated when I was young, but he always wrote, called us. And when he got out, he always spent time with us. But when they're not around and you're outside, you can go do as you please. It's up to you to have, like I said, the mental capacity to say, yo, I'm cool off that. But I didn't watch friends get run down in front of me, get locked up in front of me, beat on. Sad. I didn't see people shot. I didn't have guns in my face before. So it's just like, at the time, like my son was young. I'm like, I got to get out.
Yeah.
I can't raise my son here. Like, me and his mom was together at the time. I don't want her to keep bringing him here. And I'm taking him to the park with these rough kids because he was just like me as a child. I wasn't rough. I had to learn to fight on my own. I don't want him to have to learn to do that at 5 years old, learning to fight these kids, getting jumped. So I just worked 2 jobs. At one point, I had 4 jobs just to get where I needed to be at, to stay out here. And I didn't even like being out here at first. My son's mom would tell you, I hated quiet. I'm so used to hearing the police siren, the fire trucks, people screaming, bang, 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 shots, somebody fighting. I'm so used to seeing it. I'm seeing bunny rabbits, foxes, and little Bambi Juniors run around. Little Bambi Juniors. I'm like, this is not me. I'm from the hood. Like, I can't get with this. But then as time went by, it's like peace and quiet. You see your neighbors, they waving. You go to the hood, you say hi to your neighbor. Mm-hmm. That's all you get is mm-hmm. Yeah. Say hi. So it's like, I tell people change is good. Change is for the better, but it has to be a positive change. It can't be, okay, I'm going to go here from here and go do this. You're going to the wrong route. No, do a positive change for yourself. Better yourself. Change the way you eat. Change the way you look at things. Go travel. That's one thing these young kids need to do. Please. I'm 31 years old. I'm just starting to travel. Travel. The ones that live in Delaware, Jersey, Philly, Maryland, wherever, in a small area where it's just nothing but violence, travel. Go to Seattle. Go to Texas. Go to Phoenix. Go to California. Go to Vegas. Go to Puerto Rico. Just travel, and you will see things differently. And when you come back home, you're not going to want to come back here.
Exactly. Never. Especially, people don't understand the value of moving away from your home, because that's moving away from your comfort zone. It puts you in new positions to have to figure out new things. And the biggest part of it is everyone from home is always going to see you as you were as a kid.
Exactly.
Once you leave and you establish yourself and you come back, that's when they'll see you as an adult.
Right. I can relate to that because my mom still lives in the hood. And some of the younger, they're older now, but when I was younger, they were probably around like 18, 19, 20. We would play basketball, football with them. They would see me go to school. They see me now. I'm like, man, you grew up. I remember you was shooting basketball in a crate with us and things like that. What you do now? Like you still out, you not in the streets? No, I'm doing this. I got a son. He 8 years old. He 8? Dang, yeah. I'm getting ready to go back to school, get this associate's degree, trying to get this music off the ground because I'm a rapper, singer, engineer. So I'm trying to get this music off the ground, doing this and that. Got my own home studio. They was like, yo, just keep going, bro. Keep going. And some of them would be like, that's what I needed there.
That's awesome.
It's like this. I tell people, some people don't know their purpose at life, but search it. Look for it. I'm 31. I knew my purpose on this earth since I was 25. I feel like my purpose is to motivate others, influence others. It's not to, even if I make it with music, it's not guaranteed to be a millionaire. We're not promised to be rich. We're not promised to have a home. All we are is promised in this life is to die. So learn your purpose in life and spread it throughout the entire state, throughout the entire country, throughout the entire world. If I could motivate you and then you take that and motivate somebody else, the chain reaction starts. All it takes is one thing. I even tell people this, like I see somebody in the street, they look mad. They might have a nice outfit on, or the girl might have her hair done. Like your hair. Might change their whole day.
Facts, bro.
Somebody sad. You tell them, hey, what you sad about? Not to try to get in your business. They tell you. I always give advice to people. Sometimes I can't even take my own advice, but if I can see somebody else uplift themselves from what I gave them, mission's complete.
Hell yeah, man. So when did the music start?
I started really writing when I was 12. I would always just like to rhyme. And I would just put rhymes together, but I wasn't taking it serious. I didn't take it seriously till about, I say 18 when I first recorded my first track. And my manager, he like my brother. I know him since I was 11 years old. My manager, Melvin, we call him Mel Love. Shout out to him. He was like, yo, take this seriously, bro. I was playing with it. I'm like, man, I don't know how to do this. I don't really know how to make songs. I just know how to rap. So then I started listening to more, get into the 50 Cents, the G Units, because they were gangster rappers, but they knew how to make songs for the ladies, the club. Yep. You get into Dipset, the Locks. I was just listening to different eras, Cash Money. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Drake really came about to the masses, J. Cole and Kendrick. So I really started to understand, okay, this is how you make these type of records. And I have old soul. My mom was born in 48. So I love Luther Vandross, Marvin Gaye. I love Motown. I love Frankie Lyman. I love all of those. So samples was always a thing. So when I would hear a sample, even like nowadays they have the drill rap. If it has a tough sample in it, I'm like, oh my God, like what is that? And I try to find a sample and I'm like, oh my, and I take it and just run with it. So music really came from him pushing me. And then one of my friends, Ivan, who passed away, he committed suicide. Rest in peace. He was the first dude that gave me a feature. No, I didn't want no money for it. He lived in Ohio. He was like, yo, can I get you on a song? I'm like, yeah. He was like, I do it for fun, but I want to push you. I was like, all right. So we did one song. I liked it. Then we did another. And he was just spreading the word of mouth in Ohio. And people started following me on Instagram, Facebook, hit me up. The man Ivan told me about you. So then I was like, yo, I should take this seriously. Then this one rapper named Pac-Man, I think he's from Atlanta. Because I got two friends named Pac-Man, him and one in Jersey. Shout out to both of them. The one in Atlanta called me for a song. I didn't want no money. I'm young at the time. I'm just doing this to try to get my feet off the ground. Then people was like, yo, take this seriously. People calling you. So then that's when I just started establishing myself. Because I didn't have a sound. The thing in music nowadays, everybody sounds the same. The one thing you want to really develop is a sound. Everybody sounds like Young Boy, Dirt, Lil Baby, The Baby. Everybody, we don't hear the Drakes anymore, the J. Coles, the Tory Lanez, the Chris Browns. We don't hear the Neos, the Trey Songz. We don't have these anymore. The Beyoncés, the Mariah Careys. We just have everybody, all the females talking about getting their ass ate, fucking for money, getting a bag. All the dudes nowadays is just, oh, my heart hurt. You sound like Rod Wave. I get it. Everybody goes through depression, but how can you make it sound like you? Because when you're in those if you're going on those label meetings and they play it, Rod Wave 2.0, how are you going to make them say, yo, we're going to give you this amount of money and we're going to push you 100%? Because we have Rod Wave. We have Lil Baby. What makes you different? What separates you from everybody? That's the definition, actually, of a swagger. Something that separates you from somebody else. People don't even know the definition and they say they got swag. How you have swag when you sound like him and you dress like that?
Right. That's his
swag. You have your own swag. Your hairstyle is different from mine. The way you might wear your jewelry is different from mine. The way you carry yourself is different from mine. That's your swagger. For sure. So my whole swagger was to develop that versatility, to be that Chris Brown, Tory Lanez, that Drake, just to have those different type of I can do those dance hall records. I can do the drill records. I can do the East Coast sample records. I can do records about pain. I can do about relationships. I can do the sexual records for the ladies. I can just do it all in one. And I just really developed my sound and worked on my flows over the years. And I'm 31 now, and I'm still not done mastering and perfecting my craft.
Hell yeah.
There's always room for improvement.
I love the look, bro. That fit is tough as fuck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Trying to be different.
It is. I like it, bro. Like the stripe on that shirt has I can't stop looking. It's cool as fuck. Tell me about the biggest accomplishments that you've achieved.
I would say, and I would say life perspective is just being a great father. That's one of the biggest accomplishments, because when he was born, I was nervous. I didn't think I would be able to be a good dad. And what motivated me, my father would tell me all the time, when he even got out of prison, just when I told him I was having a son, he was just like, be there for it. Be there. It's not always about money. Spending money on a kid is one thing, but spending that quality time with him, even if you just bring him to your house or you go over there to see him, you being there makes him feel good. All right, my father loves me. He's here. He's playing with me. He's watching TV with me. Just being there for him, and just even when he messes up and makes mistakes, I don't beat my kid. Mm-hmm. I haven't beat him in probably almost a year. Give him a hand tap, none of that. I just sit down and talk to him. Sometimes it might be aggressive talk. I tell him I can either be good cop or bad cop. When you mess up a little bit, but you come to me and tell me you made a mistake, all right, we can sit down and talk. That's the good cop. But when you do something behind my back, I gotta let you know, bring you back down to earth, what can happen when you lie to your parents. Because if you lie to us, you'll lie to somebody else. You lie to your best friend, you lie to your girlfriend, your wife, your brothers and sisters, whoever. All it takes is one time. I tell him, just stay focused. Because he says, I want to be you. I tell him, be a better me. You don't have to do the things I had to as a youngin. When I was 21, you ain't got to think you a knucklehead. You ain't got to. I would say for that, and then musically, just being in magazines. I was on a web magazine for somebody, I forgot her name. She produced it. I think she stays in Dubai. I was in one of those. I was on, shout out to M-Easy Rap Echelon magazine. It was in a billboard in New York. They had billboards, I think, in Pennsylvania, Vegas, being played on the radio thousands of times, getting co-signed with some tri-state artists such as Reed Dollars, Joey Jihad, getting a song with Mickey Factz. Some of my favorite artists that were once signed or also have a certain pedestal in the hip hop rap community. Those made me feel good. Those are accomplishments, but I feel like I could do more. I feel like I can get plaques now. Those are my next goals with music, to bring home plaques, Spotify plaques, iTunes plaques, radio plaques. And that's what I'm doing with my single I got out now. It's called Work. It's on all streaming platforms. I'm dropping a video in a few weeks, and we're just going to push it from 110%, and also being more consistent, dropping more records as well as I'm promoting the previous records. I think that'll just get us to the top. I've been talking with my team, my cameraman, the choreographer, dancers that I have, my manager, and
y'all ain't playing.
We're not playing. we shooting. I'm actually going to the Poconos tomorrow, and we're shooting 2 videos on Friday. 2 videos in the same day.
No shit. That's what's up, bro.
I got like 6 videos in the vault after we shoot these 2. It'd be 6 in the vault. Then work will come out. That'll be 5, and I'm gonna do probably 1 more in October. So I'm about to just let these videos fly, let the singles fly, and then just push them as I go. And I tell people, when you want to do something, doesn't matter what it is, have to put the bag up.
Yep.
You have to put the bag up. Like Jay Versatile said, shout out to my brother. I turned the money down, made me turn my hustle up. Turn y'all hustle up. All this is cool. But that's for the image. I get it.
Yep.
But invest in yourself too. If you're gonna buy a watch, all right, the watch is $1,000. Put at least $1,000 away, so you didn't spend all your money. If the video costs $1,000, you already have the $1,000 put away. So, bam, keep saving. Spend some and save more. Spend probably 30% of your check, 20% of your check, your bills, whatever, maybe something for yourself. But that other 60, 70, 80%, put it away. It took me $2,000 to build my home studio. $2,000. I had to save that.
Yep.
It was hard because I like, as you can say, I love clothes, I love shoes, jewelry, tattoos, but sometimes you just gotta control that. It's just like somebody with an addiction. You gotta control. That's my addiction. You gotta control that. So it's just, I'm just really ready to, look forward towards the music that I'm creating. This is the clearest my mind has ever been because like I said, I've dealt with depression and stress. I lost my father last July, so his 1-year anniversary just came up. So a lot of things, but I'm just more focused now because he told me before he passed, take the music seriously. So those are the things I'm working on.
I'm really sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, I tell people losing a parent is like, you can't prepare for it. You can't. Like I knew he was gonna pass years. I thought I had at least 1-2 more years left with him. When I got that call at going to work, it just ate me inside. It's like, damn. I thought I had more time because he never got to meet my son. And I'm like, okay, I got at least 2 more years left with him. I can plan this down the road. But I tell people the one thing about life, it don't stop. Time waits for nobody. So my message to all you young ones and the older ones, just everybody, even if you have a little up and down with your parent, tell them you love them. Hug your siblings, your day ones, your friends, your family, because you never know what tomorrow is not here. I could do this interview today, God forbid, and I could pass tomorrow. That's why I tell all my people every day I love them. And if y'all gonna watch this down the line, which you probably most likely will, I love y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep striving to be great. You as well, my brother, even though this interview is still continuing, it's not ending, keep striving to be great because I wouldn't have got on this platform if it wasn't for you. So I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro, for real. What have been your biggest obstacles that you've had to overcome?
Depression. Depression. Me and my son's mom split November 2017, so that was hard for me because she's all I knew at the time. Like she's the only person I knew. I didn't know how to. My boys, we'd go to the mall, talk to that girl. I don't want to, bro. I don't want to. Just other things in my life, just losing friends and family members. I've lost more friends and family members to death, probably from gun violence, that I can count on my hands and my toes. Losing my friends to jail, just all this piling up at once. And everything was happening around that time. Me and her split. Everything started happening 2017, 18, 19, 20. Things started to get better in like 2021. That's when I really started to get focused. I was drinking heavy. I wouldn't say I was a alcoholic, but I was borderline. Like I would go to work drunk, you wouldn't know it because I was always smoking weed all the time. I still drink occasionally on a special occasion, like somebody's birthday, a wedding, whatever. I still smoke occasionally, like I said, a birthday, a party, a wedding, but it wasn't as bad as it was back then. And myself, I was going through the withdrawals, cold sweats, shaking.
Damn.
Tell people withdrawal is real. I thought it was just something I saw on TV shows and
No.
they try to spice up the addiction. No, it's real. So me just going through the depression from those, I say 4 years, I had to tell myself, I'm the man. I felt like I'm the man with the bottle and the drugs, but am I the man without it? So I pushed myself. I was always in shape, but I started getting out of shape. I had a 6-7 month pregnant gut, and I got all I had my whole life was 6-pack. And anybody that knows me knows I was always a fit dude, but letting my beard grow out, just not taking care of myself.
Yeah.
Like I was showering and all that, but just not getting haircuts. Just didn't give a fuck about nothing itself. So depression was one thing, and it was hard to beat. But I tell people, if you set your mind to it, block everything out. You can beat it. Because I'm here today to tell you, I had suicidal thoughts. I wanted to kill myself. Shout out to my brother Prophecy. He stopped me from killing myself. I'm dead serious. Like some people don't know that about me. I almost killed myself. He stopped me. He found me and stopped me. He slapped me. And I still can remember the slap and taste it to this day. He slapped me. But that slap woke me up because I would have been selfish because my son was here at the time. And I think he was around 2 years old. And he wouldn't have a father. And it's not telling if he's going to listen to anybody else. He's going to be a renegade when he gets older because he won't have that father when he's 14 or 15 to, hey, let me grab you right quick. Because I tell people, mothers can hold the weight too, but kids also need both parents in their life. So me being here, just trying to push myself to like, all right, stay above it. When I lost my dad, that was the first time I felt depression in years. Came back for a little bit, but I still was working out, eating healthy. I said, I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not going to grab a bottle. I just wasn't sleeping. And that was causing me, my mental to also decline as well. So I tell people, whatever you're going through, if somebody you know has been through the same thing you've been through, call them. Try to meet up with them. Get advice. Talk to them. Don't hold it back because people think holding it back is a good thing. No, it just eats you up inside and it can make things worse. It can make you go down that suicidal route. And I've lost over 15 friends to suicide. It's not the way to go because you think it's the easy route, but you're hurting the loved ones that are still here in that process.
Yep.
They're losing a son, a daughter, et cetera, you know. So depression was probably the biggest thing I had to overcome. I overcame it. Sometimes I still have my moments, my breakdowns, but I just suck it up. Because at the end of the day, I'm still an employee, a dad, a brother, uncle, cousin, a son, a friend. Like I said earlier, life doesn't stop, you know?
Facts, bro. Facts. You know, I have a friend, shout out, her name's Ashley Ann, I'll send you her IG. She has this brand, and her brand slogan is "Darkness breeds resilience."
I like that.
Right? I love that saying because once you've gone through that darkness and once you've gone through that trauma, everything that you just said, you're on fire. You are on fire because of everything you've gone through. You wish you hadn't, but you've learned all the lessons that you needed to, and you're moving forward with a fury right now.
Yeah, I shout out to Ashley for that slogan. That slogan's fire. I might have to try to put that in the song. You might have to send me your idea.
I already did, bro.
I'm gonna shout her out definitely in that song. I'll tell you guys this. There's nothing nobody can do to you once you've been through that fire. Like you said, you've been through that darkness, you come out on fire. There's nothing nobody can do to you. The only thing they can do to you is take you physically off this earth. There's nothing. No one can hurt you verbally. Nobody can. That sticks and stones break my bones, but words never hurt me. That's the only thing they can do, hurt you physically. I tell people, what I've been through in life, half of these people that have a comment on it couldn't even walk in my shoes. The only thing you could do is take me off this earth. It's nothing you could do to me I ain't been through already. What are you going to do? So nothing can break you, God. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all got to be strong. In this way of age, the kids are going through depression and dealing with mental illness younger and younger ages, 16, 17, 18. People getting bullied. They're killing us. And I see it all the time and I read it and it really hurts my soul because it's like I said, I have a son. I got nephews. I got cousins. It's like, I hope they don't have to deal with this. I hope they don't get bullied. I hope they don't. And if they do, come talk to somebody about it. Don't take your life. That's not the way to go at all. I have a song, my biggest single today, the Screaming for Help. I'm going to send you the link when we get off here. It's about my battle with depression. And I see why it's my biggest single today because so many people messaged me. Somebody messaged me and told me he stopped himself from committing suicide because he heard that song.
Wow.
I shit you not. And that was probably the most heartwarming thing in my life that I heard as far as my music. And that's when I said, yo, my voice can touch thousands of people, can touch millions of people if it can just get to the masses. If I stopped one person from killing himself, how many other people I can stop from going through suicidal thoughts or depression? That's what I said earlier. It just takes one to take that advice, run with it, pass it on. We all got to spread the word. We all got to love each other.
Exactly. Lead by example, and it's incredible what that can do, man.
Right.
What does success in life look like to you?
I don't think it's anything materialistic. Because some of our, like I said, some of our favorite rappers have this, but a lot of the jewelry in their cars are rented.
Yeah.
Their house is not theirs. I tell people, some of your favorite rappers can't say I own this. I own this. They don't. Success to me is being able to achieve goals that you had since you were a kid. Even goals that you have as an adult, whether short term or long term. That's success to me. It's not about who has the nicest car, who has the most money, the biggest house. It's about being rich with health and knowledge. I tell people I'm rich in health and knowledge. Such and such got this amount of money. I don't care, bro. Is he smarter than me? And can he have a conversation with me? And I guarantee I will fuck his brain up. He be like, yo, I didn't know you. People think because I like to joke around a lot. They think, and where I come from, they think I'm just a class clown. I'm a hoodlum. Now sit down and talk to me. How me and you having a conversation? Sit down and have a conversation like this with me. I guarantee when we converse with one another, you gonna be like, dang, I didn't know you was that smart. Because you judge the book by its cover. Get to know me first. People gravitate to me for what I have, not who I am. And I keep those people far away. I only want to be around genuine love. If somebody can say, hey, reach out and talk to me, and it's not about money, it's not about, can you do this for me, can you do that? Those are people I want to be around.
Facts.
Surround yourself around people that really care about you and your well-being. Let them ask you, how was your day today? Did you eat today? Not, hey, what's up? You got $20. You didn't even ask how my kid was. Didn't ask if I was okay. My mother was okay. You didn't ask how my mental was. Ask me, how am I doing first? And then all I would say, I'm doing great. Thank you. What about you? Then you can ask me for $20. You checked on me. All right, you can have the $20. Now you checked on me. I'm cool with that. But don't just ask me for $20 instead of just checking on my well-being, my family first. You don't know what I'm going through. I might need to talk to you and you asking about $20.
Or have a relationship with me where we're in constant contact enough to where I know that you need $20 and I send it to you without asking.
Exactly. If me and you are like this already, like two peas in a pod, I'm already know you messed up. You either going to tell me or you're going to be talking about it, and I just send you the $20 without you asking.
Exactly.
Don't just do that.
Right.
I hate people like that, bottom feeders.
Facts. If you could go back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
There's a lot I would tell myself.
You probably play that bad cop with your younger self.
Oh, yes, I would. I can't hit my son, but I can suplex and punch myself. Like, first thing I would tell myself is not to try to impress people for popularity. Because I was always the one as a young kid. I was a quiet kid, and I seen other people with this and that. Oh, I gotta get this. I gotta get that. When I was 16, 17, taking my summer youth checks, I gotta buy this. I gotta buy that. No, you don't have to buy anything to have any friends. Your real friends is gonna, like I said, love you for who you are, not what you have. That was one of the things I would tell myself. I would tell myself to stay focused, because a lot of times as a youngin, you don't have the attention span to stay on track. If I could tell myself this is going to happen to you, this is going to happen to you, that is going to happen to you if you don't stay focused, my younger self will probably adapt to it. I wish I knew what I knew back then. I wish I knew what I knew now, because I probably could be a billionaire, trillionaire, and I could just help other people, try to help with world hunger. I could help this person, because what I want to do in my life, my biggest goal is to build homeless shelters across the United States, because we need them.
Yep.
We don't have that many of them. Like, everybody's just, I see people sometimes, I go down the street, they're sleeping on the ground when it's winter outside, 20, 30-degree weather at night.
Yep.
With a blanket. It's like, yo, I wish I could really just put you in a building where there's heat. I wish I could, if I knew you, I could bring you to my house and just keep you warm. So that's one of the things I feel like it's going to cost a lot of money, but if I can really get where I need to be at in life, I can provide that homeless shelter. And then they don't have jobs, if they're drug addicts and alcoholics, we're going to provide those clinics to get them clean. That's one of my biggest things I want to do, one of my biggest projects I want to do. Besides, I'm a vegan. I want to also invest in vegan restaurants. vegan grocery stores because you can still eat meat and everything like that, but I feel like I just want to show people the other side. The other side. The grass is green also on this side. Because people criticize being vegan. Oh, you guys don't eat meat. That's why you're so skinny. That's not the reason. A lot of the skinnier vegans that don't get enough protein and vitamins and minerals. There's other ways you can do that. I'm not that skinny. I'm actually in great shape because I eat the right things as well. So I want to be able to invest in those studios around the world, my record label, sign artists. But the biggest thing is to help the ones that don't have that homeless shelter is the biggest thing I want. And if it doesn't happen in my lifetime, if I have the money, I want my son. And if I have another child, just to go forward with my movement and do what they can to help.
Respect to that, bro. And you're right. It's terrible, man. I live by Atlanta, and the things you see, the people, there is every single sidewalk has homeless people sleeping, whether it's 150 degrees or 10 degrees. You know, it's just it's miserable, bro.
And then it's sad because some people are former war veterans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they can take me out right now. I don't care. Like one thing I said is I die for what I believe in. Why did they serve your country? I don't give a fuck who hears who don't like this, but you don't want to help them.
Right.
They're on the street, but they served your country. They lost legs, arms. Their mind is messed up from helping you.
Yep.
Helping us keep our so-called freedom. That's why I did this art so-called freedom. But you can't fucking help them? Are you serious? They out here on the street drinking and begging for quarters, dollars just to survive the next day. And you can't build a shelter, all the money we have? Oh, the America's in debt. We print money. How are we in debt? We print it. Build a shelter that I just talked about. You can do it. Y'all just don't want to.
Yep.
Y'all want the poor to get more poor. You want the rich to get richer, and you want it to stay that way. The middle class is slowly becoming poor now.
Oh, for sure, bro. There is no middle class. Man, we could talk about that forever.
Bro, I'm going to have to talk to you privately about that one day. Get on the phone with you and just talk.
No doubt.
This shit is ridiculous. Like the land of the free, right? Yeah, okay.
Honestly, I've been thinking about having like a little group interview and just have topics like that with different people and just
please do, bro. Please do.
See what happens.
I don't care if I'm at work. I will run outside.
Oh yeah, we'll figure that out, bro.
I don't care, bro. Please put me on it. You should start doing that like probably once a month thing. Just having different topics. Politics. This about that.
Right. All the uncomfortable topics.
Yeah, I'd gladly join those every month, bro.
Hell yeah. We might. Yeah, let's talk about doing that later for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any stories that everyone you know has heard twice because they you told them when you met them and then they were there when you told them someone else that story?
Man, I got a lot of stories.
Don't tell me a couple.
Well, I just told you how the music thing works. A lot of people know that. Damn. I'm trying to think of the perfect story to tell because it's a lot of them. Probably how I met my bro Melvin. That'll be the one I tell everybody because everybody be like, how'd you two know it? Because we have the same mutual friend and sometimes we don't even know it. And they be like, yo, you know him? How'd you meet him? And then everybody else be around. Oh, we heard this story before. So he was at my lunch table. I don't know how he got here one day. He never sat here. So he sat down. And we all looking at him like, who's this kid sitting here? We don't know it. So he's sitting down. I started talking to him. Everybody else just quiet. I'm a talkative person, as you can see. So I started talking to him. I was shy, but I was like, yo, I want him not to, but like, we don't like him or something. And as soon as we was like, you like wrestling? He was like, yeah, I like wrestling. So me and him just, yo, who your favorite wrestler? Yo, I like Stone Cold. I like Stone Cold too, yo. You like The Undertaker? Ooh, and we just started busting it up ever since that day.
Hell yeah.
And what's crazy is like a lot of people don't know this part of the story. His mom lives around the corner from us for years. They still do. When he moved into another apartment development. His apartment development was around the corner from my development. His sisters know me. Like I know his cousins. We know a lot of the same people, and no one knew that. Like his cousins would be like, yo, y'all know each other? That's my brother. That's like my brother. So it's like everybody was like, dang, I didn't know y'all knew each other. I didn't know this. And then some people from middle school still see us hang with each other. Y'all still hang out? Why wouldn't we? I never had a fallout with this man over a female, over money, nothing. We had one argument. We was like in the 10th grade. And it wasn't about fighting or nothing. We saw each other 5 days later smiling. hugged each other, gave each other a handshake. It's like that's one person I tell the story all the time. Everybody always asks, "How did you meet him?" And then it'd be like my sisters and brothers would be around. They'd be like, "Bro, can you start asking him this question?" Because like that's one story. Like I love that man to death. Like I will give him my last. I'll die for that man. Like and his daughter's like my niece. Shout out to Milani. I love you too, baby.
That's cool, bro. That's cool, man. Do you got anything coming up that you want to talk about? I mean, I know you got these videos you're shooting. You kind of told me what you got coming up, but anything else you got?
A lot of music is we got work right now. The video comes out, say the 20 in 2 weeks. I know 2 weeks on from Friday. Shooting a video for Flintstone Bedrock. Has the Young Money Bedrock sample. It's a drill beat, but it's like more of a like pool party vibe type. Shooting a video for a song Sturdy. It has the New Jersey club dance hall type. I mean, New Jersey beats that the Lil Uzi type beats. Just want a rock style beat. I'm gonna drop. I got a video already shot on my birthday, which was in June. Applying Pressure. I'm gonna drop all those back to back to back. So you'll be getting the Bedrock, Flintstone Bedrock video in September. The end of September, you'll get Sturdy at the end of October, and Applying Pressure probably at the end of December, just to go into the new year. And I'm still gonna be probably shooting one more video in October, just to have a good catalog and just push the music from there. Just trying to work with new artists. Shout out to one of my homegirls, Jay Lovely. Me and her got an R&B pop album we're collaborating on.
Okay.
My brother Mice, he from New York. We and him about to work on some music. I'm just trying to work with a lot of people and just network the best way possible to really help each other's fan base, not just mine, but hey, your fan base can connect with mine. We do these promotions. We can just go to the ceiling with it.
Hell yeah, bro, man. That's the game plan of a breakout artist, bro. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I tell everybody, put the money behind it. I'm putting up this much. I might not even want you to put up half. You just put up, let's say it costs $15,000. I put up $12,000. Just put up, give me $3. And watch what I do with your $3. You're gonna make that $3 back plus more. You know?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Is there any sentiment that you want to leave anybody watching this interview with? Any life lesson that you want to teach as many people as you can?
Just pay attention to your surroundings at all times. Not just where you are, but who you're with, what they are doing, what are they trying to influence you for. Just pay attention, because that'll come a long way in life. Like I told you earlier, I wish I knew back then what I knew now. If you're in love, watch the female or male you're with. Watch how they carry themselves after year 1, year 2, year 3. If you have friends, watch how you do something and see if you guys grow apart. If you're making moves and they start criticizing your moves, watch how you go. Just pay attention to everything. Pay attention to your circle. Pay attention to the environment you're in. Pay attention to all your surroundings, point blank, period. And if you stay focused, stay true to yourself, stay humble, stay prayed up, motivated, determined, dedicated, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want to do. You want to be the president. You're going to be stressed out, but good luck with that. You're going to be a firefighter, doctor, lawyer. You can do whatever you want to do. You can be a musician, a dancer, basketball player. You want to host a podcast and do interviews like this good brother is doing. You can do whatever you want to do. Just also self-educate yourself. How does this work? How does this work? We have the internet. We have technology. Search. Instead of going on social media and watching TikTok 20 videos or hanging with your friends going to the club at night, take a weekend to yourself to build your brand.
Absolutely.
That's all I want. I want everybody to win, even my worst enemy. I don't want you to be in poverty, struggle, or everything like that. Some of my people I dislike have kids. I want everybody to win. I have no beef with anybody. I'm your enemy. Hey, you're not my enemy. We don't like each other. That doesn't mean we're enemies. I just have a different vision and different view than you do. Stay over there. I stay over there, but I want you to be successful for your family so you can pass on to the next generation and your kids' kids and your kids' kids. Generational wealth. I just want everybody to win, to be honest.
Hell yeah, bro. And there's enough out here for everybody. There is no such competition anymore.
The problem is we hate on one another.
Yep.
Where you have this situation going on. I could be like, oh man, you ain't gonna do nothing with it. Well, instead of me saying that, I could just be like, hey, how did you do that? What type of mic is good for this? What type of camera? How did you set this up? How did you get it on this screen? And just ask questions.
Exactly.
And you take notes, and then you run with it, and then he might take a piece of your format, mix it with his.
And that's fine. Yeah.
You might ask him, hey, how did you do that? y'all bouncing off of one another. Then y'all spread that knowledge to each.
Exactly, bro.
Chain reaction. Hello, message. Message.
Facts. Hey, man, I really appreciate your time, for real. It's been a great conversation.
Man, no problem, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries, man. This has been Karikter Asked It with TSA Da Don, a very wise man who is on a come up. Watch him, bro. I can't wait to see what you do with your careers. It's going to be huge.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to sing some music when we get off here.
Do that, bro. For real, do that. All right, much love, man. See you next time. Peace up.